Farm Guy here, and this is T9 series by KarlFarms and KarlFarms on Farming Simulator 22. It's for all platforms, PC, Mac, and console. I'm on PS5 here on the Georgia Farms map for this test of this beautiful blue beast of a tractor. This is really nice. Nice to see one of these. We don't see a lot of the big blue New Hollands. We see a lot of the small ones, but so let's get right into it. 28.42 megabytes to download, 20 slots each on console. It is one. This is just the base model and a one I configured with a bunch of options. So let's first of all look at where we'll find it. Vehicles and large, as in very large tractors, and here it is. Starts out at $419,000, so actually comes in line with a number. As a matter of fact, it's the same price as the T9 Track series here, except well, notice that we have a little bit more horsepower and quite a few extra options, which I do like very much. CVT transmission, that will change depending on your choices. 1,162 liters of fuel capacity, 24 mile per hour top speed, 30 tons. Engines. You start with a 517, which is base game standard size. We bump it up to 550, 605, and notice it's still CVT transmission, so 605. Then we go to the 638 horsepower, and then it changes to a power shift transmission. 682, and the 776 horsepower. Yes, only $88,000 actually, so that's not bad at all. And then back to the 517. So we'll leave it there. Def doesn't matter. The weight changes a little bit. Wheel brands. We start with the New Holland Smart Tracks, or you can get the Smart Track with high idler. I do think my personal opinion is this looks much better than this one. Just looks like a preschooler made it. I don't know, my opinion, but those are the two options. Michelin, we have a copious amount of tire options with this mod. Starting with the standard wheel setup, we can add dual weights, more weights, duals with weights. The weights go inside the wheels, so you add. So if we look at the weight, 24.4, 28, and then 32, that is maximum weightage. Then we go to a different size of duals with weights, again, between the two wheels, weights and weights. And then we have standard triples, big honking triples, with weights, and then kind of a narrow triple. Then then back to the standard, I believe, yes. Or is this duals? And more duals, triples, yeah. There are lots. Continental, we have the weights, duals with weights, no more duals with weights, duals again with weights. So we have 3 different sizes of duals with weights. They all cost money. Midas, again, weights, duals with weights. Lizard, we got the big fat LSW with weights if you like, and then a different size of LSW with weights, and then again another set of LSW with weights, and then another size, and then duals, and another duals, and duals again, and then triples, and then triple narrows. Yeah, so this one, I believe I picked this option for my other tractor. Front options. We have standard, which is like so. Then we have a weight bracket, which will add 0 weight. But we can add 1,000 pounds. Does that actually? Yes. So It says 1,000 pounds, but it only adds 400 kilograms, which is about 1,000 pounds. Yeah, pounds and kilograms, really? 2,200 pounds, that's the most, and then back to nothing. So 2,200 pounds on the front. Windows, we have tint options. Exhaust, we have standard or a rain cap. Beacons, we have 10 different options for beacons. Attachers. This is for the rear. We have standard, we have weight brackets, which again doesn't add any weight, but then we have 1,400 pounds, which adds some weight, about 600 kilograms. And then 28, and then a quick hitch, which does not come with weights, oddly enough. So if you want the extra weight on the back, you don't get a quick hitch. That's pretty much how it goes. And then a license plate. So a number of neat options, but not overwhelming options, shall we say, which is nice. And that theme carries on if we hop in. Let's get our help window on here. There we go. And our field info, just because. L1, R1, horn. Not a lot of horn. Let's start it up. Nice. Yeah, no opening windows, no goofy stuff that I call goofy stuff anyways. I like the wheeled version better. Now this has a 770 horsepower engine, so it is quite peppy. There is quite a lot of movement, I noticed, compared to some. It's not a bad thing. It does have a little bit of glitchiness, just the tiniest bit, because it's so kind of, I'm going to say, flexible. So those are the beacons. We have lights. We have generous amount of lights, as you can see. Signals, very bright and obvious signals, front and rear. And that's about it for that. Going inside, very nice. All the gauges, yeah, you notice a lot of movement inside. So hopefully that doesn't, yeah, some of you it might bother a bit or not. Now if we hop into here, everything of course is the same. Let's start it up inside. Nice, 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 nice. Now the tracked version doesn't seem to, this is of course the base, and you notice there is some movement. It's quite flexible. So still very nice. I do prefer wheels, but the tracks actually work very well on this. And we hook up actually something that's actually too big for it. It's the 615 horsepower rated disc harrow. Base game disc harrow. And if we hit the worker, it actually pulls it not bad. 11 miles per hour, it gets there. There it is, 11 miles per hour. Of course, it is a CVT transmission, but it operates it without much fuss or anything like that. Quite a stout little, at least, I don't remember the base game one too much. I haven't used it recently. So this is basically the base game tractor here in its base, in this base model form. And here it is turning around. So we'll see, we'll watch the tractor version turn around, because the wheeled version does do it a little bit differently. And we'll show you that in a minute. I just want to show you this, because it is, however, very efficient at its turnaround. Not a lot of, it backs up a little bit, but it lines up perfectly. This one does, the tracked version does, and away he goes. So a very efficient, works really well with the workers. Not all the tractors do, and especially the articulated ones seem to have a little bit more issues with workers and pulling things. Now, let's hook up the same. Now, the differences between these two could be a combination of the wheels and the horsepower too. Remember, this one is 776 horsepower and it is a beast. This is the largest base game item I could pull with it. So if you're using the Borgo air seeders that have like huge air seeders, I'm sure this would do quite nicely with those. Now we're going to watch the turnaround with these this one with the triples, and hopefully it'll do a little bit what it was doing before. Now it's not bad. I'm not saying it's bad. It's just a little bit see there, it kind of lifts up a little bit when it goes the other way. So I think it's a combination of horsepower and the wheels and so forth, and the weights on the front. Don't forget, I put a ton of weight on the front, and it tends to overlap just a tad, but not badly. Not so much that I would say it needs any tweaking. I think this tractor is, notice it's quite flexible, so actually probably would work really well on rough ground where there is quite a bit of like not totally flat and you want extra traction, because, but anyways, really nice. I really do like this tractor a lot, and I like that they went and bumped up that horsepower to really let's turn this one off. There we go. Yeah, but very nice. You will not be disappointed with this, I don't think. I really don't think anyone would have any problems with this, but you never know. But there you go. That's the T9 series by AT Farms and KarlFarms on Farming Simulator 22. Thank you all for watching, and remember, it's only a game. So till the next one, bye for now.